What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Now, this is part two of preparing for the virtual financial vision board party hosted by myself, Natalie Walters, at Reset with Nat on November the 14th at 6 p.m. Now, if you haven't done it already, DM me with your email address so I can definitely make sure you're included and you get your invite. It will be on Zoom. Okay, I'm not doing it on Instagram Live. It will be on Zoom. Now, aside from that, we're continuing with part two. If you didn't see part one, I posted that last Wednesday, and I will be doing this for 3 more weeks because there are people who have not done a vision board before. So they're unaware. What do I got to do? Like, they hear about it, but they don't really pay attention to it, but they're interested in joining in or maybe doing one for themselves. So I'm going to give you some information. And what I talked about last week was determining what is your financial goal that you're going to be working towards for the first quarter of 2021. You're going to look at what your goal is, then you're going to look at your income and expenses are, what's coming in total, what's going out in total. You're going to take a look at how realistic is your goal, especially during these times that we're in. I know that a lot of people's finances have changed. It's been fluctuating up and down based on this pandemic. We know that, listen, you got to know what's happening in your household. But how realistic is this goal that you're setting? Then you need to talk to whomever it is that you live with. If you live with your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whomever you share your responsibilities with, you have to be able to sit down and have a conversation with that individual and let them know, look, I got such and such a goal, and I'm going to need you to help and support me during this time. It's going to take me such and such an amount of time. I can do it a lot faster if I can get your support. If the two of you are both in the same boat, then maybe sit together and decide how can we work together to overcome our issue in this home and as individuals. Because at the end of the day, yes, you can be a couple, but at the end of the day, you're yourself first. So you got to always look out for you. So if the other person's not interested in fixing whatever it is that they need to fix and they're like, you're on your own, well, be on your own and get your stuff done. Aside from that, after you talk to the individual, then what you need to do is get a copy of your credit report. Equifax and TransUnion in Canada and outside of Canada, you guys investigate. Where do you have to get your credit report from? I think there's a third party agency, another agency within the US that you would go to make sure that you're like looking at all of your reports and making sure that you know what's on your bureau. Now, for people who are not necessarily looking at debt repayment, they're like, look, my credit's good. My debts are in point. I make my payments on time. Life is good. Well, then you know what? Join in and also support myself or other people who are interested in building up their financial portfolio. I mean, there are people that have gone through this before. They've done this a long time and they've committed and they're soaring. They're doing great. That's where we all want to be. We're doing this as a collective. I wanted to do this as a collective so that we can all grow. So with that said, part two to the virtual vision board preparation, virtual financial vision board party preparation is repeat step one all over again. The reason why I say that is because it's imperative that you have all of those ducks in order. And I know within a week it was not achievable to gather up all of that information. I do believe that there's a little bit more work to be done. So therefore, what I'm saying is you got another 7 days to figure out your goal, make sure that's what you want to focus on. Look at your income and expenses over again. Don't miss nothing. Make sure the goal is realistic. Consider things that may come up. How much do you have to work with? And if anything happens in between, where can I pull from to make sure that all the other responsibilities that I have are definitely taken care of? Talk to that individual. Some conversations are very hard to have. and we want to make sure that it is understood and communicated so that way you have the ultimate support. Then there's the credit report. That does take time. Sometimes there are errors and certain things on the credit report. When you get it, you want to be able to dispute those. Some people are having issues with getting their credit report because they haven't checked it in a while and some of the information is inaccurate. So what you're going to do is make sure that you go ahead and get your credit report from TransUnion and Equifax and whomever else may be holding it. You're going to make a list of all the things that are on there, those derogatory marks on there. You want to make a list of them because those are the ones, if you're working on the credit up, debt down portion of your financial journey, then you're going to want to make sure that you get that list taken care of. There's a lot of dishes banging. Lots happening in my house, but I'm not stopping the recording. Okay? All right. So, with that, go ahead and take care of those things because we want to make sure that whatever we put on our vision board for the first quarter that we're going to be working on in 2021, we will be able to fulfill it. And how do you make sure that you are able to fulfill and achieve your goals? By making sure you've done your research properly. So we're going to make sure that we put the time in for the first 2 weeks to gathering up our information and making sure that we have structure set up. Now, with that said, I'm going to include one more thing because I think you guys can start doing this. And that is, I don't know about you, but I write my affirmations on a regular basis. And the reason why I do it is because I feel that it helps me to feel confident. It gives me a boost. Affirmations are important. Just like a vision board is important, it's important that every day you affirm to yourself something positive. I post that I write my affirmations in the morning, and there are some days that they're very simple, right? So I'll say, restitution is on its way. You know why I say that? Because somebody owes me money. They owe me money. It's taken some time, but I'm going to get my money. Restitution is on its way. I wrote that the whole page, all the way down. It's coming. And then I say, I am thankful, blessed, and loved. That's gratitude. You understand? That's another one. I even wrote about my son. When he peeked in my book, he was like, oh, Mom, that's so sweet. Yes, I did. I said, Noel, and I will excel in virtual learning. Yes, I wrote that. Because you know what? It's a process to do this stuff. And at the end of the day, I have to get my mind ready to be the teacher's assistant. I have to change my mindset from mom to educational assistant as I was in the school. And I'm going to be doing that for my son at home. And I cannot be mom educational assistant. I got to get my mind right. So we're both going to excel in 2020, 2021 because he ain't going back to school. That's it. He's staying with me here and the teacher online. And then I have others. You understand? It keeps going. I keep writing them because I feel they are important. They help me. And on the days that I don't get up and write them right away, what I'll do is I'll get my book and just read something that I've written and say, that's right. Oh, yes, that's right. So tomorrow morning is my next one. Get yourself a book. You can get it from Dollarama. You can just gather paper and write. If you don't have one right away, if you're not able to go out and get it, but you can actually just start writing your affirmations. Start telling yourself positive things. It's okay to... It sounds weird. For some people, maybe like, really? Write it down? Yes, write it down. We have so much negative self-talk in our head that we have to remove that. And how do you remove it? By writing positive things. And when you write those positive things, you're repeating those positive things to yourself. So that becomes the talk that you're starting to hear. People ask me all the time, Natalie, how do you get up on the internet and do what you're doing? Look here, I'm tired. I'm tired of not working towards what I want to because of fear or doubt. So every time I press play or I create something or I'm enjoying recording these videos, I'm doing it because I'm challenging myself and I'm tired of not achieving my goals because of fear or self-doubt or worry. Can that? Okay? Just like finances, a lot of us are nervous, we're insecure about what we've done in the past, so it's like, oh my gosh, I'm scared about doing it. Da 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 da. How am I going to do this? You know what? You do it with a plan. You plan, you prepare your mind, and you set yourself forward to do whatever it is that you got to do. If you want it, you'll work towards it. So with that said, that is part 2 of the preparation for the virtual vision board party. And I hope you guys are ready, because there will be prizes, there will be music, and it will be a nice event for both male, female, families. Bring your children, everybody get your stuff set up. I'm going to be going into exactly how different ways that you can make your vision board. That's going to be coming up in the upcoming week. So stick with me. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your evening and stay blessed. And with everything you do, always have faith, stay focused, and follow through.